It is not. Oh no! Oh no! Yo! Good day, good people. It is another fine day in the year of the Ascent. Toonley, Dave, Anomaly, the Anomaly Cars. Few know me as the Holly Jolly Potato Salad. Nobody knows me as that, actually. I'm the United States Aviator. Welcome back to another phenomenal episode of the Danganronpa Hunger Games. And as I move this over here, because let me tell you, this has to be blasting to get through this warm patch of just warmth and beautiful Hunger Games. It's time. It's festive time. I know y'all are feeling festive. At least I hope so. This is Friday. Today is the release of. Oh, we should have done a different episode today. Dang. Oh well. Today is the release of Danganronpa the summer camp thing. Man, in retrospect, I should have realized this, but this one is recorded pretty far in advance, so I can get some through. We're gonna stream today, 100%. Friday night, oh yes. Friday night, and I know, and let me just write it down. I know I'm right. I'm starting with Hiroko. We gotta write that down ASAP. We're starting with Hiroko. Because I said I would. Today, in fact, is Salesperson Day, National Salesperson Day, something like that. And so we got the people who I think would be the best at selling. And hold on, wait just a moment. I don't know why the three of you were here. I was going to take out Mikon for this episode because she's wilding a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think she might fold under the pressure, but let me tell you who's here. We got the headmasters, Jin and Tengen, the brainiacs. You know, you got the cute kids charm. They might sell some cookies or something. Nagisa and Quark. Secondhand Symphony with not Mikon, but Maya and Makoto. Eye for an eye, we see Munakata and Dimitri. Unstoppable idols, she's selling all the merchandise, freaking Sayaka. And Barbara, rock on. Ibuki's probably selling good merch too, but Shinyan's got that, I don't know, I think she's got that salesperson energy. I think she's got that energy, that honest personality. You can trust that face. That's a face you can trust. The Hornbearers, Sato and Rantaro. The Selfless Saviors, Juzo and Mishima. Hashtag spoiled. They're probably selling or buying more than selling, but you know what? Gotta know how to do both. Togami and Oda. The Wolfpack, Gonta and Razor. They'll just bring animals, because who doesn't love animals? The Brute Force. Tenko and Mana. Mana's got this in the bag. She's so cute. Tenko's probably gonna yell at people, call them degenerate males, but Mana will calm all that down. Here to stay. Crazy Hyoko Extra Large and Nani Achiaki, Shorty Sleepover, Kana, and Crazy Hyoko. Unlucky Adventure Team, Nagito and Bennett. He's got good salesperson energy, I think. Well, managers, if there was anyone who's probably the best today, it's probably Kanani and Yukiko. The Robotics Club, Kazuichi and Kibo. Capture the Moment, Angie and Now. To Be Me, Chihiro and Naoto. Hard Knock Life, Maki and Mizuki. Strong and Soft, Nekomaru and Daisaku. The Obsessed Siblings, Cory and Child. Because, you know, Child's the ultimate toy salesman. Ara Ara Mew and Lisa. Liar Liar, Kokichi and Venti. A fairy's guide to everything magical. Usami and Paimon. Taking out the trash, our champion, Safumi and Minamimoto. Do you remember? Ryoko and Fred. Because Fred's gonna remind you that you're missing something on your list, and that thing is the thing that he's selling. Golden Days, Fat Togami, and Izayoi, Parsnip, Genocide Jack, and Turnip Boy. Dinner and a Show, Teru Teru, Date, Seeking Justice, Taka, George, The Apothecary. You look at them, you can't deny them, you can't not buy from them. Seiko and Sucrose, Devious Disguises are here with Samugi and Ranger. Carry On with Shuichi and Kazuha. And the Shatter Machine is Leon and it's Ningguang. Ningguang's got all that more. She's got buying, selling, she does it all. So let me tell you, first, second, and third, make those picks in the comments because as always, your comments are very important, like this one. Like that one. And hey, like that one down there. And hope you're ready, because it's the holiday season. It's a give-a-day season. If that has started, it should have started by now. If it hasn't, then whoops, I'm busy. Unexpectedly. However, I'm gonna make my picks for first, second, and third, and they will be Also, who do you think's selling the best out here? Give me strong and soft for first. I think that they're gonna get their day. Unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna be Daisaku. I think it's gonna be like Nekomaru. Give me for second Seeking Justice, and give me George Jackman. And for third, give me Venti. You can't count Venti out. You can never count Venti out. Wouldn't gliding be faster? It might be. We're about to find out if it will be, because it is time to get into the action. It is time to get things rolling. It is December, and it will be one to remember on this channel, because it is time to see who's selling the best out here. Let's go on, let's start round one. Will we see AV's wares and despairs? Maybe I'll do some selling today. Start round one. It is time, and we will see. There's a whole bunch of horns to start, but as the tribute sound on their podiums, the horns, they don't sound, so can we please, everybody, somebody, anybody, horn bearers, please sound the horns. Excellent. Shinyon twiddles her thumbs. Kazuha attempts to kill Tengen, but Jin intervenes just in time. Jin had to take out Kazuha to protect Tengen's life. Rest in peace to Kazuha out first, but hey, this is the simulator, never forget. Fat Togami doesn't understand why Izzy is searching for junk when Fat Togami can simply buy it. Of course. Nagisa wants to end things once for all with Kibo bites the dust fret. Doesn't understand what's happening. Nekomaru sizes his muscles. George and Taka get into an argument over who should be in charge. Crazy Oko does something really cute. Samugi looks for someone dumb enough to believe her. Ranger attempts to kill Quark, but Nagisa intervenes to protect him. Unfortunately, Nagisa dies in the attempt. Best boy is gone. Mizuki's had enough and she's mad. You would not like Mizuki when she's mad. Oh my. Now when Angie's fingers touch by accident, now Toad tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks and succeeds. Awesome. Oh no. Oh no. Mana finds a belt of Pokeballs. Who knows what could be inside of those? Mishima can't help but admire his own genius mind, Togami. Somehow finds a suit full of medieval armor and puts it on. Maki tries to kill Togami, but Togami's knight armor diverts the blow. Child tries to kill Togami, but Togami bribes him. At least tries to, but Child has plenty of Mora. In fact, he takes the Mora still and then takes out Togami. Rest in peace to him. You can't buy your way to victory, Togami. Corey in the house. One day he's gonna do it and prove me wrong. Finds some other scraps and he's now Corey in the cave. Hifumi. Mini Momoto, they pose proudly with those tag team titles. Taking out the trash, you love to see them. Kanon steals Naoto's tank while she's sleeping, and Minimoto's not just posing with those titles, he's taking out a former tag team champion, a former champion of champions. Takes out Kokichi before Venti can even react. There's nothing that Venti can do. Crazy Yoko extra large. Twitches uncontrollably. Ibuki just wants to be useful. Wants to be helpful. Teru tries to get others to notice him. Seiko finds a dapper suit, puts it on. It's rather fetching. Leon admires Ningguang's confidence. Me too. That's the steely, stone cold confidence of Gio. Usami doesn't feel prepared for any of this. Jin does his best to avoid Tengen. Venti has a blank expression and seems unresponsive to what's going on, but let me tell you. Chihiro challenges both Jin, Kirigiri, and Kanon to an anything goes pancake eating competition, and Jin, he joins the World Pancake Championship Invitational. That match is growing. Juzo won't give up so easily. Date tries to kill Benda, but Benda retaliates and kills him instead. Jack isn't sure whether to cry, laugh, or tear her hair out. Corp is thinking of plans to get out of here. Sucrose has a horrible feeling in her chest. Lisa just wants it to end already. Something inside of Dimitri snaps and that man's is now frenzied. Ningguang walks into a very strange machine. Pushes a button. She's got ghost powers. She's got rock powers. What will she do next? Rantaro looks around for stuff to scrounge. Tengen ambushes Taka. Slaughters him. Nagito seems unshaken by any of this. Izzy looks over, looks neat and cool lying in various places. Fat Togami's be like, I can buy it! Did you not see what I saw earlier? I can buy these things! That junk that you're picking up, I can buy junk! Ryoko doesn't really understand what's happening. Oda reminisces about Togami. Daisaku, come on, my guy. Round one again. We gotta do better. Kazuichi finds a sword, shiny and sharp, a rather nice find. Razor challenges Naoto and Nane Aichiaki to an anything goes pancake eating competition. Nane Aichiaki is like, I'm sick and tired of not winning these games. She's like, oh yeah, it's my time. Nane Aichiaki is joining the World Pancake Championship Invitational, and to do it she had to murder both Naoto and Razor, two very good beings. Was it worth it? Nane Achiaki. If you win, it might have been. Paimon trips and falls flat on her face, but you can float, Paimon. What are you doing, Paimon? Makoto wants to be over already. George finds some leather scraps just enough to be a cave fighter of justice. Nagito challenges Turnip Boy to a duel. You've met your match. Turnip Boy, you don't challenge that man to a duel. Barbara's she's being adorable as always. Bennett steals Kanon's tank. Mew wonders if she should build a machine that makes Yakiniku. Shuichi somehow finds a bunch of tactical combat gear, puts it on. He's like, if I'm all alone in this one, I gotta be prepared. He's getting ready. Kana tries to kill Shuichi, but his combat gear diverts the blow. Nane Achiaki feels horrible for what she did. Sato finds some Pokeballs as well. Sayaka's looking for an easy out. Munakata's had enough. Angie rambles on about something that nobody cares about. Gonta sizes those muscles. He's big, he's buff, he's a strong boy. Tenko sets down a trap. Yukiko gets caught in it immediately, and Maya also tries to build a tank, but hers isn't as great as the other one that's going around. It's useless, but it looks cool. We lost 11, but there's still 57 people remaining. We had a big old game today, but there will be a bigger one this Thursday and this Friday coming after this week. But for right now, it's just a clear. Daylune 4. Kazuha, Kiba, Nagisa, Togami, Kokichi, Date, Taka, Daisaku, Razor, Naoto, Nagito. Okay. There's still 57 left. That's a ton. I don't think any full teams are out yet. Which is lucky. Which is pretty lucky. That's not gonna last. And I think we all know that's not gonna last. But we'll see what happens. We have another day to get through. Another round, and that is round 2, and that round begins with Child getting eliminated. Mana sends out a Pokeball, now comes Turtwig cutting the vines for Mana. Maki moves around uselessly. Fret finds an axe, upping his chances of survival somewhat. Child tries to kill Angie, but Angie retaliates and kills him instead. Hifumi uses the title belt to hit Mishima from behind, leaving him dazed. That man's just confused. He's like, oh, what hit me? He doesn't know what's going on. Yukiko still trapped, screams for help, but nobody answers. Leon has a horrible feeling he's got Genocide Jack's brain turns her into an absolute pain to deal with. Crazy Yoko Extra Large twitches uncontrollably. Usami doesn't feel prepared for any of this. Paimon seems to find Usami's presence soothing though, even though she's not ready for nothing. Now, feels sorry for Yukiko, frees her from the trap. Shinyan wants to be helpful. Ranger steals Bennett's tank. We really don't want Ranger with that tank. Ranger knows what to do in these games. Ayo, my gosh. Ningguang possesses Crazy Yoko, walks her right off of a cliff. Jin does his best to avoid Tengen. Cork tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks, and he succeeds as well. There are 2 tanks in play. That's troublesome. Sucrose finds an ancient scepter. She is now mastering the dark arts. Some dark alchemy is going on. Nakamaru doesn't really want to, but finds himself having to get rid of Maya. That's eliminating someone who can make a tank for this game. Makoto wishes he could go home. Oda tries to get others to notice him. Tengen tries to kill Shuichi, but his combat gear is diverting the blow. Chihiro can't help but admire his own genius mind. He's like, I'm brilliant. Dimitri looks for his next victim. Mizuki is so mad steam's literally coming out of her ears, causing a fire that traps and kills Ryoko and Teru. Nane Achiaki wasn't looking and fell right off of a cliff. Venti has a blank expression and seems unresponsive to what's going on, but Sato tosses out a Pokeball. And blessed Zapdos uses Thunderbolt, frying freaking Sayaka, but we can't celebrate too early because nobody's truly out in the Ordeal Simulator. Tenko won't die like the others. Bennett wants to end things once for all with Angie. Angie takes out Bennett. You don't challenge Angie either. You don't challenge Angie. She's got a 2 on her side. Munakata grumbles angrily. Mew can't take her eyes off of Lisa. Me neither. Kanan murders Ningguang, and before Leon can react, there's nothing Leon can do. He's probably shell-shocked because of that. Fat Togami finds us all below his concern. Kana attempts to kill Shinyan, but Ibuki intervenes just in time. Ibuki had to take out Kana to protect Shinyan's life. Oh man, I don't think I could do that. I couldn't take out Kana. That'd be a shame, and it hurts the soul. Gonta fails to grasp the gravity situation. I'd be shell-shocked after that. Minimoto attacks Rantower from behind, taking him out. The champ taking out a former champion as well. Minimoto's out here targeting former champions. Let's see if we can just win this game, who knows? Shuichi can no longer stay still and let others kill his friends. Shuichi's feeling heroic. Seiko finally snaps out of it. I'm sorry, she doesn't finally snap out of it, she snaps into it. She just snaps. She's frenzied. Ibuki thanks Shinyan for being there for her. Shinyan should be thanking Ibuki for saving her life. Lisa finds a dapper suit. Izzy spots something shiny in the distance. Samugi's looking out only for herself. Corey's sobbing uncontrollably. Barbara does something cute. Turnip Boy can't wait to kill again. There's a couple sentences that could be formed where I just say them and I'm like, huh. I believe it. Kazuichi swooshes the air with a sword. George has a horrible feeling in his chest, and Juzo's now mad as they come. We lost another 11. 46 remain. We're not even halfway through yet, though, as we hit Eclair de Lune 4. Child. Crazy Hiyoko. Maya. Ryoko. Teru. Non-AI Chiaki. Sayaka. Bennett. Ningguang. Kana. Rantaro. 46 people are left. Now we do definitely have some whole teams around. A couple whole teams around. However, that's just 22 people. We still got 46 left. We haven't seen an arena event, but we've seen a lot of items come into play. We've seen a lot of items and a lot of perks come into play. We have 2 tanks in play, and shockingly, especially shockingly enough, Cork lasted this whole round without his tank getting stolen. That's actually shocking. Will he get a chance to use it though? That's the real question. Let's find out. Let's click next round. 2 tanks in play. Things could go drastically wrong as we click next round and we proceed. We see. Oh no, things are just fine. Hifumi steals Ranger's tank while he's asleep. And I trust Hifumi with that tank. Lisa tries to get others to notice her. Now when Angie's fingers touch by accident, they both blush just a little bit. Fred finds a pitchfork. Fresh just out here finding weapons. And you know what he found? An axe. Vike's axe. That's the axe that he found. He was like, oh, this is my partner's. You better remind him where it is. Mizuki's unbridled rage is her own undoing as the anger kills her. In a fit of frenzy, Seiko creeps up on George and snaps his neck. Cork takes selfies on top of his rad tank. Cork, you should have used it. You could have used it. Makoto remembers Maya and sobs quietly. Shinyan still can't believe that Ibuki's killed someone. Ranger looks for someone dumb enough to believe him. Izzy picks up her, looks neat and cool lying in various places. Angie tells Juzo to have a nice day. Juzo screams, don't tell me what to do, before killing Angie in a rage. Ibuki feels horrible for what she did. Taking out Kana? You should feel pretty bad. Yukiko is ready to defend her friends. Leon wants it to end already. Chihiro's cooking up a genius idea at Tsumugi. What are you doing with that Komodo dragon with aviator goggles? Am I not gonna like this? Yeah. Do I not like this? Yeah. Am I mad about it? Yeah. That's it. Someone get Tsumugi out of here. Maki mopes around uselessly. Oda wishes he could go home. Fat Togami doesn't understand why Izzy is searching for junk still, when Fat Togami can just buy things instead of him looking for things. Mana tosses out a Pokeball and out comes Roserade, who uses Pedal Dance, tearing Hifumi to shreds. Nekamaru cuts off Kazuichi's arm, but Kazuichi still has the other one. Kazuichi slices through Nekamaru. Barbara sobs quietly. The Archons see great potential in Gonta and grant him an electro vision. He's about to put a shock to somebody's system. Shuichi patrols vigilantly to defend those that he loves. He doesn't have anyone left. A shame! Turnip Boy's bad brain somehow turns him a little kinder. Sato tosses out a Pokeball. Out comes Snorlax, who unfortunately flattens Kanon. Sucrose polishes that ancient scepter, making the magic orb shine. Kazuichi waves at Munakata, but Munakata chases him while shaking his fist. Jin wonders about the future. Nekamaru's gone. Paimon runs into a tree and gets a splinter. Ouch. You're really clumsy out here, Paimon. Crazy Hoko actual art doesn't sure whether to cry, laugh, or tear her hair out. Usami doesn't feel prepared for any of this. Tengen sees the headmasters of Uboda as a bunch of chumps ready to be milked. Corey's in this house. Dimitri is looking around maniacally, seething. Venti's still crying. Genocide Jack tells a joke, or at least he tries. Always falls flat. Tenko feels strong enough to handle anything, and Minimoto finds some leather scraps. He is now crunching numbers in a cave, and Mew's still thinking about yakiniku. Me too, Mew. Me too. Gotta look up a yakiniku recipe out here. We got 40 people remaining. 28 are gone. We just had a slim day of 6. But we do see that there's an electro-vision in play. We could see some crazy things after this Clay de Lune 4. Mizuki. George. Angie. Hifumi. Nekamaru. Kanon. At the halfway point, we'll check everyone who's left. But for right now, we're only 3 rounds in. You already know how your teams are doing. You've been paying attention. But I do believe we have to proceed. We got a long show to go. And a short time to get there. We actually have as much time as we need. We'll click next round, and we will see who the tank got used. I don't know by who. Usami's being adorable as always. Shuichi scans the arena looking for enemies lurking about. Oh my goodness. Jin and Tengen attack Venti from behind and slaughter him together. Fatsugami finds a seemingly official decree from a powerful Archon. Will he dare to hang it up? Ibuki finds a Pokeball belt. Will she be able to use it? Mew builds a tank as well. She builds a tank as well. Maki draws a demon summoning circle on the ground, for fun. Tsumugi sicks her pet Komodo dragon on Ibuki. The beast has a feast. How dare you? Yukiko steals the tank while she's asleep. Will she get to use it? No, she will not. Because Izuyoi tries to kill Shuichi, Knight's Armor. Comeback gear, diverting the blow. Oda tries to kill Genocide Jack, but Genocide Jack retaliates, kills him instead. Cork is the only person so far to have built a tank, held on to a tank, and used the tank. Fires an explosive round. Blast catches Munakata, Yukiko, Tsumugi, Crazy Yoko extra large, Cave Cory in the house, and Maki in its wake, and the tank is left as a pile of sticks and rocks. In the aftermath, that's terrifying. Those are a lot of heavy hitters too. And someone who just stole a tank. And for all we know, Cork might just be like, you know what, I might make another one if no one's gonna take it from me. Paimon fails to grasp the gravity situation. Genocide Jack calms down, no longer subject to the whims of a changing brain. Kazuichi builds a tank, or at least tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks. It's useless, but it looks cool. Chihiro gets some ghost powers, presses that button. He's gonna catch them all. He's Chihiro Phantom. Juzo sets down a trap. Sayaka's dead, let me remind you. Makoto wishes he could go home. Lisa gets caught in one of Juzo's traps, and all she can do is hope to be freed. Minimoto uses the title belt to hit Cork from behind, leaving him dazed. He's like, I saw the power of that tank. Mathematically, my chances of winning after being hit by an explosive round are minuscule. They're 10 to the negative 100,000th power. Leon starts sobbing uncontrollably. Turnip Boy's bad brain saps his will to live. Sato tosses a Pokeball. Now comes Lucario, who uses Aura Sphere, decimating Barbara. Now, thinks about what she did end up here. Mishima snaps out of it. Jin and Tengen get into an argument over who should be in charge, and while they're arguing, Seiko creeps up, slaughters Tengen right in front of Jin's eyes. He's like, well, I should be in charge. And then Seiko's like, congratulations, you're in charge. Ranger pushes uncontrollably. Dimitri looks for his next victim. Oh my gosh, look at how many people perished. Tinko looks up at a tree and sees mistletoe hanging above. Shuichi and Jin surround Gonta in the middle of a pond, but you don't do that. Especially not with someone who's got an electro vision, because with the power of electro, Gonta electrocutes them both. He got through the combat gear that Shuichi was wearing with the power of electro. Mana gets ready to toss a Pokeball at Kazuichi and Ranger, but they reveal themselves to be members of Team Rocket. They knock Mana out and steal all of her Pokemon. Oh no! She only got the cute ones too! With the flick of her ancient scepter, Sucrose turns Tinko into a sheep. I guess she won't be using that mistletoe. Good job. Frat wonders how far he could throw his pitchfork, and Shinyan spots something shiny in the distance. We lost quite a few today. We are down to 27, and we will definitely check everyone's status after this. Claire de Lune 4. Venti. Ibuki. Oda. Munakata. Yukiko. Tsumugi. Crazy Yoko, extra large. Cory. Maki. Barbara. Tengen. Shuichi. Jin. We gotta go back up. We gotta see. We still have Sato from the Horn Bearers, 3 KOs to her name. All of the Selfless Saviors, Juzo and Mishima, all of A Fairy Guides to Everything Magical. That's pretty neat. Usami and Paimon. Shatter Machine still has Leon. I would have expected Ningguang, but apparently Leon, he's a good team player. He's come up clutch for his team before. Can he do it again? To be me. Chihiro still remains. The ultimate still remains. Half Ghost as well. Golden Days, they know how to win titles, and one of them has an Inazuman decree, so we can see some crazy things happen. Brute Force has Tinko and Mana both still in, taking out the Trash Jaws. Minimoto, the one who was not present when the titles were won. Can he show off and show up today? Cork, former tag team champion. He knows how to build a tank. Robotics Club still sees Kazuichi. Parsnip completely in, but as we keep on going, Ranger remains for devious disguises, Dimitri for eye for an eye, all of the Apothecary, and Gonta for the Wolfpack, all of Ara Ara, Makoto for Secondhand Symphony, Shinyan from Rock On. Now, for Capture the Moment. Fret for Do You Remember? And that's everybody. So hopefully your picks are doing well, but we still got 27 to get through? That's still a lot. That's a lot. We're really just over halfway. We're really just, well, I mean, we're a little bit more than halfway. Let's be honest. We're not just over. We're a little bit past there. We can click next round though, and we can see. There's a oh my gosh, Paimon. Round 5 begins, Turnip Boy longs for death. Paimon accidentally knocks herself and Usami into a pit of spikes. Oh, Paimon. You gotta do better than that, Paimon. George is gone. Gonta summons a shock so powerful it fries Chihiro alive. Tinko is a sheep and glances away, a sad look in her eyes. Kazuichi ambushes Genocide Jack and Turnip Boy, slaughtering them both. He took out Parsnip by himself. Never doubt the ultimate pimp. Maybe I need to make a pimp perk. Maybe I should make like perks for all the memes. That might be special. Leon sobs quietly. Sucrose feels sorry for Lisa, frees her from the trap. Izio duels out with Sucrose. Sucrose bites the dust. Rest in peace to the alchemist. Lisa is very proud of her dapper suit. Fred picks up what looks neat and cool lying in various places. Sato tosses out a Pokeball and out comes Lucario. Sato doesn't, Lucario doesn't actually like Sato and uses Aura Sphere, decimating her. Oh no. Mew's got a wrestling singlet, Now's got some leather scraps and she is now Cave Now. Shinyan is feeling heroic. Mishima gently pets Tinko. They're like, that's a good sheep. She's probably furious because that's a degenerate male right there. A degenerate male. Fat Togami attacks Lisa before Mew can react. Mew rushes to help, but it's already too late. Makoto ambushes Gonta and eviscerates him. It had to be an ambush. He had that vision. It had to be an ambush. Ranger attempts to kill Izio, but Fatsugami intervenes just in time. The Golden Days are trying to make sure that they can stay golden, but Seiko's got something to say about that because she takes out Fatsugami, creeps up on him, slaughters him. Dimitri is looking around maniacally seething. He's like, oh, he's you know what? Dimitri looking around maniacally seething? I surely believe that. Mana feels strong enough to handle anything. Juzo realizes its anger is unwarranted and he calms down. Minamoto lays a title belt on the ground and grabs Mishima in a headlock. He's like, I'm gonna show this Zeptagram what it truly means, but Mishima was like, you just say math without teaching it. Let me show you how a real teacher does it. He had the wherewithal to reverse that move. He hits an RKO out of nowhere onto the belt, breaking Minamoto's neck and ending up in the top 15. We are at the top 15, and only one will come out on top. Who will it be? I don't know, but it's a Claire de Lune right now. 4. Paimon, Usami, Chihiro, Jack, Turnip Boy, Sucrose, Sato, Lisa, Gonta, Ranger, Togami, Minamoto. And that took out a lot of whole teams. Paimon, Usami, Turnip Boy, Genocide Jack. You hate to see it. But there's 15 people left. One team will go on, and we gotta remember, that's the wrong thing. That's the Pancake Championship match. A couple people have gone on from this episode, however. We got the tag team retribution match that still needs to be filled. We still need 2 from this episode before we get to the free-for-all, the tag team last stand where we add a good chunk of people. But for right now, we gotta proceed. We gotta keep going. There's only, what? I think there will be 4 more rounds. Go ahead and make your, how many more rounds do you think it's gonna be? We're at round 5 right now. How many more rounds do you think it's gonna be? What round do you think we're ending on? Let's click next round. Well, there's only 15 people left. It's very likely we'll get to your save and grace picks once I click next round. Or maybe not. Maybe not, because Makoto's just got a suit of melee armor. He's just vibing out here. Gleams with dazzling shine. Brett has had enough. He's now enraged. Tinko's a sheep. Boss softly. Is she about to get the sheep win? Raging fury grasping her chest. Seiko. Her frenzy grows so overpowering that her heart gives out. Cork. He's back to his senses. Juzo tries to kill Makoto, but Makoto's night armor diverts the blow. now wants us to be over already. I'm surprised Nao's still in, if I'm being completely honest. Mew has a blank expression and seems unresponsive to what's going on. Kazuichi attempts to kill Juzo, but Mishima intervenes just in time to protect him. Unfortunately, Mishima perishes in the attempt. Leon sobs quietly. Can he cry his way to victory? Mana tries to take out Quark, but Quark retaliates and kills her instead, but let me tell you, as he's finally calming down, he's like, I can't believe I had to do that. Dimitri creeps up on him. A wicked smile on his face. Kills Quark dead. You hate to see that, but Quark has had a game. Izuyoi somehow finds a bunch of tactical combat gear, equips it, provides optimal protection for the whole body, and Shinyan is still patrolling vigilantly. There's 4 gone. We're not even at your saving grace picks yet. We only lost 4. We needed to lose 5, which means it's just a Claire de Lune 4. Seiko. Mishima. Mana. Quark. And there's only 11 left. 11, and I don't think anyone has more than 1 person on their team now anymore because of this event right here. It's 11-person free-for-all. I don't know who it's gonna be. And Tenko's a sheep. Low-key want to bet on Tenko, but I don't think she's gonna survive round 7. So let me ask you. Not who it's gonna be, not make your saving grace picks. I'm gonna ask you, are you ready to proceed? Because it's just 11. You don't get to make your saving grace picks yet. In fact, if 9 people perish right now, you might not get to make them at all. Will that happen? Probably not. I mean, we have seen one abrupt ending in this simulator this season, and we've skipped Crisis of Fate, I think, for the first time in this simulator this season. Let's see if that happens today. Could we skip both Crisis of Fate and Samurai Woman? I don't know, but we see a lot of orange. As round 7 begins, Shiro's gone. Juzo won't give up so easily. Well, you're about to give up now. Kazuichi can't help but admire his own genius mind. Fred is so mad steam is literally coming out of his ears that he causes the fire, trapping and killing Juzo and Izuyoi in the flames. Leon starts sobbing uncontrollably. Xingyan is ready to defend her friends. Not her friends, the ones that she loves. I don't know who she loves in this game. There's only 7 people left. Now remembers how much she misses Angie, and she sobs quietly. Mew gets mauled by wild animals. Tenko the sheep wanders off too far, becoming food for the wild beast. Dimitri looks for his next victim, and Makoto washes the blood off of his knight's armor. We are now within your final 7. Lucky 7. On round 7. But we lost 4. And is indeed Claire de Lune 4. Juzo, Izuyoi, Mew, Tenko. 7 remain. And I gotta tell you who though, you need to make some new picks. Your picks can't still be in. They can't. It's physically and sincerely impossible for said picks to be in that you made at the beginning. If you do have a pick still in, good on you. Good on you, because that's impressive. This is a pretty big game. It's a pretty big game. However, so let's not dilly and dally. I gotta ask you, who are you gonna pick for your saving grace picks? Let's scroll down. We got 7 left, and you know who they are. Starting off with Miss Now for Capture the Moment. Not a kill to her name, but she could start right now. Speaking of not a kill to her name, Rock On still sees Xingyan as the 2nd person in. Could she get this? Could she be the one to move on for Rock On? We'll have to wait and see. Makoto is still around. For Secondhand Symphony, we have to remember, the Horn Bears, they've been title holders. Secondhand Symphony wants to hold those titles as well. As we keep on keeping on, we see that's still remaining is the one and the only Fret. He's here to remind you who he is. He's here to remind you that he's got an axe, he's got a pitchfork, and he's got some anger beneath those calming eyes. But we will proceed. We will keep going. Because we also still have, as we keep on rolling down, Dimitri. A man who's unstable, a man who's frenzied. He took out the man who kept his tank and used it. Dimitri is here. As we keep on keeping on, there is 2 more. Leon from Shatter Machine. He's naive, he's shell-shocked that Ningguang was gone so soon out of his life. He was just starting to simp for her, and then she got. And then there's Kazuichi, who's low-key having himself a show. Robotics Club has not ever had the best of luck, but can they have some luck today? I don't know. Make your saving grace picks known. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in the comments, because you already left them. And if you didn't, go ahead and leave your saving grace picks now, because that's good and that helps the channel. I'm gonna make my picks though. And for first, I gotta pick Robotics Club. I like Robotics Club. I've always liked Robotics Club. And if I can have a season where Kiss from a Rose takes a win, it would be fantastic if that same season had Robotics Club pick up their first win. So I got them for first. Give me Shatter Machine for second because I don't know. I kind of like that team. I just like the name Shatter Machine. And Ningguang's there, so you know, I'm simping as hard as Leon was. And give me Xinyan for Rock On for third. Those are my picks. You've made yours, but I can tell you that these final 7 are all here, standing tall, standing tough, hearts beating strong, with the same rate, the same pulse, the same determination as that of a samurai woman. It's the final 7. One team will come out on top. I probably jinxed 3 teams. Let's find out who they were as we click next round, and we see Kazuichi artfully slices Makoto into 2 with his sword. The lucky boy is not getting too lucky today. Xinyan scans the area looking for enemies lurking about in a fit of frenzy. Dimitri creeps up on now, kills her dead. Leon's been crying this whole game. And there's my boyfriend. He's grumbling. Angrily, but he is grumbling. We are down to 5. 5 more remain. Kazuichi, Xinyan, Dimitri, Leon, Fret. But first we gotta hit ourselves a nice little terrible turnabout for Makoto. Now. And so here we are. Kazuichi, Dimitri, Xinyan, Fret, Leon. That's your final 5. And I'm talking about Kazuichi from Robotics Club, Xinyan from Rock On, Dimitri, I for an I, Leon for Shadow Machine, and let's not forget, in fact, let's remember, Fret from Do You Remember? Those are your final 5. And I can say their names one more time because Kazuichi, Xinyan, Dimitri, Leon, and Fret are all in our final 5, and that means it is time for something we like to call them being trapped in a crisis of fate. Are you ready? Are you steady? Are you enjoying some spaghetti? I hope so. That's fantastic and delicious if you are. I'm gonna click this next round. You keep enjoying that spaghetti. It is round 9, and it will be a peaceful round 9? Kazuichi swooshes the air with his sword. Leon snaps out of it. Dimitri looks for his next victim. Xinyan loses her burst of heroism. She's now just regular Xinyan again. And Fret doesn't really understand what's happening. Will that be the downfall of Xinyan? Let's click next round and we will see. It will not. Right now it's the downfall of Fret because Leon's still staring in the distance. He's still shell-shocked. He's like, no. Ningguang. I know that's a powerful person to lose. In a fit of frenzy, Dimitri creeps up on Fret and slaughters him, and he decays peacefully. Xinyan finds a grenade. Better be careful with that. Kazuichi builds a device that might revive Kibo. Those were so low odds. Such a low odd that might happen. And it's even lower odds that it succeeds. It doesn't do anything, but it looks cool. And the dead husk of now rise with maggots. We lost just one. We lost my boy. Can we get a, actually, Kazuichi's already in this. We'll see if Fret might make it. There's a possibility. But right now, it's just a terrible turnabout for Fret. There'd have to be some real magic to happen for Fret to make it, because right now it's not looking like he's gonna make it. It's not looking like he's gonna make it. Kazuichi's here. He's already on the bracket, but that's about it for right now. That's about it. Poor Fret. Well, you know what? I won't say poor Fret because there's still the tag team last stand match. That's next week. All the tag teams who are not already on the bracket. It's the big one. The big showdown for that one last spot before the Retribution Rumble. But that's not the story of today. The story of today sees Leon, Dimitri, Xinyan, and Kazuichi still caught in a crisis of fate. Let's keep going. We lost 64, there's just 4 left. But that dwindles as we click next round because look at that. Nothing. It didn't dwindle at all. In fact, round 11 begins with Kazuichi doesn't care much for this place. Shinyan juggles with that grenade, really kind of wanted to use it. Leon looks up at the tree and sees a mistletoe hanging above. You are lucky it's December. I'll let that slide. And Dimitri looks around maniacally, seething. He better not have a heart attack because that, ooh. Shinyan sobs quietly. In a fit of frenzy, Dimitri creeps up on Leon, slaughters him dead. He's no longer shell-shocked now, he's just not alive. Kazuichi's thinking of plans to get out of here. We've lost just 3. We've lost just 3. Or we have just 3, we lost just 1. The one that we lost is a terrible turnabout for Leon. And then there were 3. Shinyan, Dimitri, and Kazuichi. Leon could still get onto the Retribution Rumble. Leon is on the Retribution Rumble now, actually. Is he? No, he's not. He's not. If Kazuichi wins, Leon's not on the Rumble. But if Kazuichi does not win, Leon is in the Rumble. That is Leon's saving grace. We've already made saving grace picks. We're still in a crisis of fate. Shinyan, Dimitri, Kazuichi. Leon is hoping that Kazuichi does not win. He is rooting against Kazuichi, but who knows, it might be Kazuichi's day. Dimitri, it could be his day. Shinyan, it could be her day. As we click next round, we see it is not. Oh no! Oh no! No! He tried again and it worked! Panting like a wild beast, his eyes bulging out, Dimitri's frenzy grows so overpowering that his heart gives out. Kazuichi builds a machine that might revive Kibo. Electricity surges through Kibo's body in the final 2, and he has his partner back. Moving again, Kibo's lifeless body is going, uh-oh, your boy's doing the robot. And Shinyan befriends a Komodo dragon. Now on any other moment, I'd be like, Shinyan, what are you doing? That's disgusting, I hope you lose, but you might need an ally. If Kazuichi has brought back his ally. When I said we would beat our final 2, it was a mistake because we are down back to 3, and the odds are now stacked against Shinyan. Can she do it? I'm not sure, but it is indeed a terrible turnabout for Dimitri. And this is also really interesting because even if they lose, Kibo joins the tag team rumble, which gives them better odds, which gives them much better odds. That's crazy. That's nuts. That's incredible. That's the biggest bring back play that I think we've ever seen in the simulator. In the final 3. Ladies and gentlemen, it's still technically a crisis of fate. Still technically a crisis of fate, but we will go on. We will click next round. It is both members for today of the Robotics Club versus just Shinyan. Unless she somehow finds a mushroom and brings Ibuki back. But that would be a long road ahead of her. Right now, she's on her own with a Komodo dragon. Can she do it, or is it all over? It's not all over yet. Shinyan spots something shiny in the distance. Kazuichi wonders if he should build a machine that makes yakiniku. Kibo feels himself unsure of what just happened. I guess he's alive again. I guess so. Will Shinyan be able to do this? I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I don't think he can physically use this, actually. Kibo just wants to be helpful. Shinyan picks it over, looks neat and cool lying in various places, and Kazuichi tries to build a tank. For some reason, his inventor vibes just skyrocketed. He must have gotten some awakening in his mind because he's got a tank now as well. We will proceed to the next round, and oh my goodness. Kazuichi's, this is his game. This is his game to win, but it's also could be his game to lose. Kibo can't take his eyes off of Kazuichi. He's glowing right now. Kazuichi's going Super Saiyan. He's like the Super Saiyan pimp right now. Well, Kazuichi has also just found a laser gun, but Shinyan does her best. She steals the tank while Kazuichi is asleep. But who would have thunk? Who would have thunk the one ally that was at her side? We gotta to just 1 second. Let this be a lesson to the world. Shinyan's Komodo dragon betrays and kills her. Let this be a lesson to everyone that Komodo dragons are not your friends. No. They are enemies. They see you, and they see you as either someone who will give them their next meal or someone who will become their next meal. The Komodo dragons. They're a menace. And they robbed Shinyan of this game, but let me tell you, it really wasn't Shinyan's game to win, it was Kazuichi's game to win, because that wedge started popping off at the last bits of this. Kibo got an ancient scepter at the end, and Kazuichi found a slingshot at the end. I'll tell you what. After this terrible turnabout for Shinyan. And it's strange, because here we are, for the third time this season, where both members of a team are alive. This was the most unconventional way that it's happened, because Kibo was brought back in the final three, which is crazy. But here we are. Kazuichi popped off at the end. We can't take that away from him, and we will give it to him right now as I say the chore winners. Both still alive. Kibo was gone for so long, but at the end, he creeped back thanks to an invention. A successful invention from Kazuichi, in fact. Low odds that it came up, and even lower odds that it was successful. They emerged together. They emerged victorious. Kazuichi and Kibo, the Robotics Club, take the win. I can't even front. Kazuichi at the end of this game had a game. He did. Good on that man, and good on Robotics Club, because for so long, they were getting second place after second place. They were just coming up short. But today was a different day. Today was the day that they emerged victorious. And I'm proud of them. Congratulations to them. And, Quark, he had himself a day. He had that tank, but Kazuichi didn't have the tank. And he got 5 KOs on his own. That's pretty impressive. Dimitri with 4, Gonta with 3, Sato with 3, Seiko with 3, Natogami with 2, Ayanji with 2, everyone else with 2 or less, let's be completely honest. The real story here is as we bring up the tag team finale bracket, and we only see a couple spots left. The Robotics Club came through, and they won. In fact, after right now, there's no more chances for fan votes for this bracket. This bracket will only be filled with teams that are not already here. So you guys get that fan vote. That's the only one that you see. However, that's not the only bracket that we're seeing right now. We still have to check out what happened this episode with the Retribution Rumble. We are so close to filling out that Rumble. 10 more spots and they all come from that big ol' episode. But let me tell you, this episode we saw Shinyan defeated by the Komodos, but she will try her darndest to do what she does best and win the Tag Team Rumble. I mean, I don't know if she does that best. She might not, let's be honest. Dimitri's also around for eye for an eye. However, we also see Kazuichi coming off the bracket now, which means we gotta add someone from this episode. And although he was shell-shocked for so long, so long, Leon is now in the Tag Team Retribution Rumble. And we're all done. That's this episode, and it was a fun one, I won't lie. Next week, we have the Tag Team Last Stand episode. All the teams who are not on this bracket will do battle, not duke battle. They'll duke it out in battle for that one last spot before the Retribution Rumble. And after that, we have 1 versus 100, the way that we end singles action. before, you know, Retribution and then the finales. Retribution's not like a staple that will remain. Well, yeah, no, it probably won't come back next season. I got plans for next season. And the OC free-for-all next Sunday. And after those 3 matches, the Retribution Rumbles will be filled out. The week after those, it's Retribution Rumble time. And as those go on, we get fan voting. And then after that, finales. And by the numbers. I'm excited for it. And through all of that, we have a whole bunch of extra content that you'll see, and hopefully a lot of things that are happening. I'm not gonna say anything right now, because who knows? The world is crazy. But stay classy. Year of the Ascent. Toon Link, Dave, Anomaly, the Anomalacars, and your United States Aviator taking off. Thanks for watching. And once again, big congratulations to Kazuichi. I can't exclaim this enough. He had a game close to the end of this one. Like the last 5 rounds of this one, he was like, okay, I need to win this one. My team has been so close for so long. We need this one. We need it together. Kazuichi won this for his team. Kazuichi came out on top. Kazuichi the ultimate pimp. That's the man. That's the legend. He did what he does best. Toodaloo, Flight Crew. Thanks for watching.